Hey everyone, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm going to be conducting an energy reading for the collective, so please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind if it doesn't align with your current mindset. So, yesterday's energies were extremely not so intense. I mean, it has been intense. There's definitely been a shift. I'll share the image with you guys, and if you have the app, do check it out. So following the large amount of energy that we received, there has been this episode, this period of time yesterday where it was about integrating, but there's a lot to do. It feels as if there's not put too much pressure, but it felt really much that it was about really trying to get focused, really trying to get ready, and really trying to gain clarity as to who you are, but most importantly, what you want. The two go hand in hand, who you are and what you want. Very, very important. They have to be sort of like at a level of balance. And the downloaded message that I received yesterday was expand the mind, destroy the matrix. And it's about being in a calm state of control, the sacred soul who silently observes, be the sacred soul who silently observes, and one who is wise enough never to absorb. And the number that I was getting was number 77. I have been seeing sevens, like everyone looking, 717, 777, 777, even at the time of this reading, it's actually the 7th. And for a split second, I literally thought it was the 7th of the 7th today. So you may find that the time is unraveling a lot more quicker. I mean, yesterday flew by, and instead of supposed to be 24 hours, which is, they have definitely reduced it. And it felt like it was like 18 hours in one day. So again, like just the feeling of time is just, like it's a hit and miss with one another now. You're like two ships passing in the night, which is a brilliant thing because it means that you are no longer controlled by the time anymore. You don't align with it anymore. So all of that linear time now is unweaving and dissolving around your field. You are no longer like the frequencies or difference in frequencies is allowing you to become even more clear about who you are and what you want, and also clear in the fact that you can really get to see the system even more as it unfolds and breaks away and dissolves into chaos. And, so this is the time yesterday of where you needed to really start to get really grounded, get really serious. And you may have felt urges to, finish off projects or pick up and continue where you left off, because it's important and it's imperative that you get this done. Even if you wasn't able to complete everything, but at least you managed to pick up like your manuscript, or, pick up the needle and thread if you are somebody who, creates things with fabrics and stuff. But you're really going in and you're just doing what you can in that moment to create the reality and the future that you want for yourself. So keep on going, keep on going. So let's have a look at what the energy, the message surrounding the download that I got yesterday. I was kind of busy, so I wasn't able to do the reading, but it's still very present. It's still very clear right now. So I can still sort of latch on. All right. I'm just going to separate the deck. All right. I'm hearing cut the deck. All right. So we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is what I'm saying. Your mindset is all about clarity. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know who can come with you and who cannot. And if you are an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Libra, you may actually find that your words, even though like what you're saying, like what you think that you want to say, when it comes out, it's totally different. You might even notice that you're starting to lose even like your accent, say, or, you know, slipping into another way of speaking. You may be drawn to other languages at this point, because what I'm sensing is that there's an integration going on, not just on like your present timeline, but all the timelines, your past lives. So it may not happen to everybody, but it will certainly be something that may develop over time with some people. They may find, oh, you know, you may even have dreams about speaking in a different language and it would feel so real. Parts of you were really starting to resurface and come back. So that's amazing. And that is a very strong indication that you are no longer really held down by the matrix anymore. The system can no longer control your thoughts, because you are in the energy of the Queen of Swords. And if you are a Libra, you don't have time for that shit, because you are going to cut them off instantly. So what I'm sensing with this Hermit being in the reverse, this can also be considered the time of when you need to start integrating, really going within yourself. For others, this would be you coming out from this energy, coming out from, you know, the Hermit mode. But the Queen of Swords is the one who makes that decision for herself, whether it's time to go in or to come out. Really getting a sense of sovereign mind, sovereign soul. What else do we have? What else is going on? Breaking this field. So we have got, so if you can see, we've got the Empress in the reverse. We have got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. And we have got the Judgment card in upright position. So right away, what I was saying in the downloaded message about expanding the mind to destroy the matrix, because you were in the Queen of Swords energy. Okay. Before, this is how the system would have had you. Okay, if you look at it being in that right position, this is how it wants you to be. Where she can't do anything, you can't do anything, and you were too afraid to step into this energy of the awakening. Even though despite your soul calling you to get out from that beleaguered energy that is not yours, the frequency fence is holding you down, that's how the system wants you. So that despite your efforts as the Empress, you know, you're not in alignment with the Queen of Swords to just get one of these swords out and just say the fuck off. But because now, you know, things have changed, now the field is bending to your will. Your auric field no longer is able to be constrained and controlled. So, bear with me guys, let me just pop this there. These three came out as one. I've got two more. And again, it's just knowing when to engage with it. You have the power and the freedom to know when you want to engage with somebody, something or not. We've got the Star card in upright position, so this is wonderful to see. So following the energy of the Judgment card, you know, you're stepping into the field, you're stepping into the quantum field, because you know that's where you come from. You don't come from a freaking place where it's all about the system is God, and you have to get on your knees and worship and pray. You don't do that. I'm not saying that in a way to say that you are being, totally against those who are like that. That's their programming. That's down to them. Everybody has, to go through certain experiences, and if that is what they are meant to do, then that's what they're meant to do, to be in that kind of way. But you are different because you're not from here. You're just an old, ancient soul passing through. You cannot be contained because your mind, your energy, your essence is too expansive for this. So each time the system tries to latch itself onto you, you've already got your swords out to cut yourself free, so that you can sort of playfully, in a way, sort of weave in and out through their nonsense. And then the last card that we've got, is the Four of Wands, securing yourself. And I'm also getting a feeling of you're going to be meeting others along the way, obviously, that are also, following in your footsteps. Whether you know these people or not, but it's just the energy that is being felt and recognized, like soul recognition. And then the card underneath the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands, in that position. So the heart, mind, intention are all in alignment. So this is what I'm saying about expanding the mind, destroying the matrix, being in control of who you are, and walking down that path. And it doesn't matter who tries to attempt to give you any kind of trouble or any kind of stress. It's not going to be working. It really isn't. So long as you are in a calm state of control and you know who you are, there is nothing that these system supporters can do to try to put any kind of label on you. So, well, this is where we need to compartmentalize your identity, because we believe to ourselves that's who you are. And your essence alone is defining that. So it's more, egg on their faces. So let's close out this reading with some messages from the Inner Temple Oracle. And this is the destiny life, not the fated life. This is the, where you're heading. This is where you came from. This is where you're returning to. Bypassing all of that false matrix, that soul capturing shit. You don't need any of that nonsense. We have got the beauty way and plenty. I'm really picking up strongly on that beautiful Empress energy, your natural beauty, your natural talent, your natural way of thinking, and being free about it, and abundantly free, abundantly clear, being in the energy of plenty instead of the energy of lack. Remember what I was saying is that your pain is their strength and your strength is their pain. They can't handle seeing somebody as powerful as you come into the field and mess it up. And this is why they know that there are many people who are coming through with that awakening, and it's just literally not working. What I see with projections and simplicity, when they try to project their fear tactics onto you, because of the way how your essence is and the way how your auric field is divinely, fiercely divinely protected, it goes right back at them. So you'll find that, they will back down. So long as you keep on practicing and keeping up daily practices with your shielding, you know what you have to do. And if it's been working for you up until this point, until when your soul says it's time to change, methods, then that's what you need to be working on, because this is a daily thing. And it's interesting to see that we've got the masks we wear card come up. There's 2 other cards as well. But what's very interesting is when they try to project their shit onto you and you rebound it back in their direction, you see them even more and you get to see them with the fear, not you with it. Your light is shining brightly in their face and you can see the fear even more clearly, okay? You don't need to be wearing any masks because you're naturally beautiful the way how you are. You don't need all this stuff. And I do feel for some of you guys, the need to wear less and less makeup is more attractive than the need to pile it on, So the mask we wear, then we've got the in-between, which is where I strongly feel if you were watching this reading, you can identify with this card because, again, you're here, but you're not here. You're just on the threshold. And then we've got Chamber of Manifestation. This is where they don't want you to be because you are definitely out of the field and, they're out of reach. They can't get you. From the time you're in this, it's over. And then the card underneath the bottom of the deck is Deeper Than Before. And this is where I am really and truly picking up on all of that solar energy that we've been receiving. A couple of days it was as if it was just like a nuclear bomb had gone off. Like it just left people really shook and tired and like, oh my goodness. You might have been feeling those symptoms as well, but now is the time to really go deep within yourself. Really, really go deep within yourself because these codes that are being healed and reactivated again are really helping you with regards to your memories, remembrance. Remember what I was saying as well about past lives that are coming through being activated again. And I'm also being reminded of your Akashic fields as well. So you may feel a strong urge to actually access your Akashic records in order to get to know more about who you are. Because they're not going to turn and tell you anything about yourself. Only you can do that. Okay? So there was something else I was going to say. Be mindful of false memory implants. That's another thing that wanted to come through. I don't know if this is going to be for many people, but if you've been feeling like there's been any kind of interference, more like in the astral, or sometimes in your waking life, like you really, really and truly need to be sort of like in this Queen of Swords energy, really and truly aligning yourself, questioning everything. So I really do get this feeling that for some of you guys, it's like they really want to get into your head more. And this is why you need to keep on shielding more as well, okay? Right, so this is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Don't forget that it is general, so only take the parts that really resonate with you the most and discard the rest. Okay, guys, thanks for watching again. Take care, and I will see you on the other side.